Saves me from having to hold it up and look like a dork.
Absolutely.
Saying I look like
No, I'm saying. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I knew that was a shot.
How was it this morning being indoors, I guess?
Well, it's different, from the standpoint of there's AC and tighter quarters, but the overall practice was good. We really had a bunch of guys flying around. We were able to get a lot of good work and teaching done. So, we were able to get a really good practice, and it's great that we've got that building available to us.
What was the emphasis today in today's practice? It's going off with 2 a day and everything.
Just like every day, improvement. There was another day of installation for us, 4th day of our installation. So there was some newness. So you got 3 installations that have already been in, and now you had the 4th installation. So there was a lot of learning today, in compared to some of the last 2 days.
Was that forced because of indoors? Because I can't imagine you doing a whole lot of individual stuff with the amount of space you've got. Was it just more team aspect going on inside today?
Well, no, we were able to have a normal practice. That's the great thing.
Okay.
That's the great thing about our facility. I think it was at 110, 120 yards total. So we were able to get on our end to get a lot of individual work defensively, and then go on the offensive side, get a lot of work done. So that part of it was really easy, really functional.
Okay.
Obviously, your focus is on the defensive line, but
Absolutely.
do you see any changes, any differences your guys going against the offensive line compared to this time last year?
Absolutely. The one thing that we have right now, offensive line wise, is some experience. You got some depth coming back, and as we always talk about, and Coach Mullen emphasizes, you're only as good as you are up front. And you look at guys like Blaine Cozell and Tobias B. Mack and Gabe and Dylan and Dylan Day, who's an older guy. You got a really good, solid veteran group of football players, and they make us train every day to get better.
It's about Shane McCardell, and it seems like he's just made so much progress. And I'm wondering if Danico's arrival served as motivation for that.
I know it didn't hurt. So from the standpoint of him looking over and seeing a guy who's as talented, with a high motor, I think it really has helped Shane a lot of bit to really see how guys perform. Danico's won a national championship. He's been an All-American. Obviously, he's done it at the junior college level, but he still's obtained both. So I think it's really been good for Shane and the rest of our guys.
What is Shane doing better now, you think?
He's more confident. He's got more knowledge and of our system, and that's what makes him different. And he's really turned into a more physical football player than I've ever seen him be.
At what point does Coach Mullins talked about this too, but is it ever going, ongoing process with your too deep in your mind of the guys you want come game time, or is that something that carries on through the season?
It goes on every practice. Our depth charts change daily, and who's consistent, who's beating guys out. The worst thing you can do is make that assessment after the season, because typically it's too late. So on a daily basis, we're always trying to evaluate who are the guys that give us the best chance to win a football game.
Is this the most depth that you've had since you've been here?
Yes.
Talk about the depth at
Easy question.
Yes, yes, no question.
But absolutely.
Talk about the depth at linebacker, because we joked with Jeff Collins on media today. He's a much better linebacker coach now that he has 7 guys he can rotate in and out and fresh than he ever has been in his career.
Well, you look at a guy like Bohanna, who hadn't played much, and you look at a guy.
He pointed out Christian Holmes,
Chris Hughes. These are guys who are taking those steps to really becoming SEC football players. And that's the biggest thing, is you can't teach experience. And so the more reps we can get these guys, the more opportunities, the more you're gonna see them grow and hopefully become really good players.